Over the past 2 years, the Jamaican government has announced not one but two separate £5 billion trade-related deals, equivalent to nearly 30% of the nation's GDP. Despite the potential significance of these agreements for the country's future, they have passed with barely a whisper in the national discourse. No headlines, no heated parliamentary debates, little to no analysis by the media. Meanwhile, across the Atlantic, the United Kingdom recently unveiled a £5 billion trade deal with India, a sum that represents a mere 0.1% of its vast economy, and the reaction was completely different. In Britain, the £5 billion deal with India, announced on May 6, 2025, has dominated headlines across major newspapers and television channels. Industry analysts have dissected the agreement in detail. Opposition politicians have challenged the government in Parliament, asking tough questions and demanding accountability. Even though this trade deal is relatively small in the context of the UK's $3 trillion economy, it has triggered a nationwide conversation about strategy, trade relations, and long-term impact. Compare this to Jamaica, where £5 billion is not pocket change, it is transformative. That amount is equal to almost a third of the country's GDP, making it a deal that could dramatically shift the nation's economic trajectory. Yet the silence surrounding both announcements has been deafening. The first of these significant announcements came in December 2023, when Prime Minister Andrew Holness, standing beside Minister of Tourism Edmund Bartlett, declared an ambitious plan to double annual tourist arrivals from 4 million to 8 million. According to Holness, this surge in visitors would more than double tourism revenues, from $4.2 billion to a projected $10 billion. That's an increase of $5.8 billion, or approximately £5 billion in added earnings annually. This type of economic injection could be a game-changer for Jamaica. Increased foreign exchange, more jobs in the service sector, and expanded infrastructure could benefit countless Jamaicans, particularly in working-class communities that rely heavily on the tourism industry. Yet, beyond the Prime Minister's initial speech, this monumental vision has received scant attention. No parliamentary sessions have been dedicated to exploring the feasibility of such a goal, the resources required, or the potential impact on Jamaican society and the environment. Then, in January 2025, the government revealed a second deal, a £5 billion loan from the UK government, reportedly on favourable terms. This is Jamaica's largest ever external loan, and if added to the national balance sheet, it would push the country's debt-to-GDP ratio to nearly 100%. For any developing nation, such a loan is cause for careful scrutiny and widespread debate. But in Jamaica, this announcement, like the tourism target, has come and gone with minimal public engagement. The opposition has said little. The media has barely touched it. Parliament has not opened a single formal discussion to explore the implications. This raises a troubling question. Why is there such a lack of national attention to these potentially transformative developments? One explanation could be rooted in a culture of political disengagement. Another may be the absence of robust investigative journalism and economic analysis in local media. There may also be a broader issue of communication, how government communicates the importance and implications of these deals to the public. Whatever the reasons, the end result is the same. Jamaicans at home and abroad are missing the opportunity to participate meaningfully in shaping the economic future of their nation. There's a saying in American political circles, "It's the economy, stupid." It's a blunt reminder that economic policy is central to people's daily lives, and thus should be central to political discourse. Jamaica may benefit from adopting a similar mindset. Whether it's a massive tourism expansion or a £1 billion loan, such matters demand scrutiny, public discussion, and strategic planning. The contrast with the UK could not be starker. Their £5 billion trade agreement, again just 0.1% of their GDP, was treated with national importance. Not because the sum was enormous, but because the implications mattered. Jobs, trade relations, and the future competitiveness of British industries. Jamaica, by contrast, stands to experience far more direct and significant impact from its own £5 billion deals, yet remains largely indifferent. This cannot continue. Jamaicans, including those in the diaspora, must demand more transparency, more discussion, and more accountability when it comes to economic matters of this magnitude. The diaspora especially has a role to play. With influence in international policy circles, media platforms, and investment networks, members of the Jamaican diaspora can help elevate these issues. They can ask questions, create dialogue, and ensure that what is vital to Jamaica's economic health doesn't go unnoticed. Trade deals of this scale don't just impact spreadsheets, they affect lives, livelihoods, and the long-term future of a nation. Silence is not an option. Thank you for watching another episode of my new series titled UK £50 billion repatriation funds to be invested in Jamaica. £10 billion in loans for infrastructure programs and £40 billion in foreign direct investments to build 200 mega hotels of 1,000 rooms each in Jamaica. Some key features of the UK £50 billion repatriation funding program are 200 hotels to be built across Jamaica over the next 10 years, from 2025 to 2034, especially near areas with high unemployment rates, earning an extra $10 billion each year for Jamaica, providing 300,000 permanent full-time jobs for low-skilled citizens in rural parishes across Jamaica, 300,000 affordable housing units to be built over the next 10 years, with 30,000 to be built each year. Franchises for the first 100 large all-inclusive hotels will be given to foreign direct investments over the next 1 to 5 years, from 2025 to 2029, each hotel costing approximately £200 million to build, totaling £40 billion, all paid for by the foreign direct investments repatriation money coming back to Jamaica. A national living wage to be established in Jamaica, raising the current minimum wage by 15% each year, reaching 30,000 Jamaican dollars per week by 2030, payable to all hotel workers. Jamaica's agriculture needs to start growing by 20% every year for the next 10 years and beyond. This is to create stability in the country as the tourism industry starts growing by 20% every year for the next 10 years. Please click on the subscribe button, share this video in your WhatsApp groups, and send it to all your friends. As we try to demonstrate how the tourism industry can transform lives in Jamaica, remember to let us know what you think about this video by leaving your comments below. Please keep your comments respectful. God bless you, God bless the Jamaican Parliament, and God bless Jamaica. Until my next video, peace. This is part 13 of my current series. Look out for part 14.